Okay, on this video we're going to show you how to make a boxwood wreath. Everything in your package has your boxwood, which is going to come in branches this size. That's the way we get it. And you're going to have a ring that's covered in plastic, and inside the plastic is wet sphagnum moss. We've done this for you. It's just easier for us to give it to you this way. It's a wreath ring. It's got 3 or 4 wires running around, and we pack it with wet sphagnum moss, and then we take plastic and wrap it real tight. When we're done, we put a piece of wire with a little loop on it so that you'll have a place to hang. So the first step is break up some of these pieces. This is much too large. So I've made a pile already of smaller pieces, but basically just grab this big branch and break off some smaller pieces that you'll have to work with. And they can be anywhere from as small as this to maybe as large as even something like that, and anywhere in between. But you don't need pieces this big. They just need to be much smaller. So the first step is, I start usually, if you feel it, you'll feel the back of it has the rings, the loops running around the outside, the perimeter, and you can feel them. So that's the back. The top or the front is very spongy, so that's what you want to be working with. So set it right in front of yourself, and then start working with your pieces. And the way I do it is, I'll just start right on the outside, and I'll push a piece. Once you've pushed it in here, you're going to leave it there. Because again, you don't want to be pulling it in and out, because you're going to widen that plastic hole, or the hole in the plastic, and it's going to be very floppy and loose. So looking at that, I know that this wreath is going to be about this wide when I'm done. So it might want to stick out about 3 inches, 3 to 4 inches on the side. And then we're going to take another one, put it right next to it, maybe a 1/2 inch to 1 inch apart. And they're going to be sticking slightly up. And then on the inside, you can put a couple, let me get a bigger picture of that, right here. And that's kind of going in the opposite direction, but again, up. And then in the middle, you're going to stick another one. It'll poke right through that plastic. We'll take a few more. I just want to show you how to get this going. That. Another one like this. I pull the lower leaves off so I can get a nice stem to work with, to push it in there. We get another one right in here. There we go. Now we're moving. So now I'll keep working side to side over the top and keep going like this all the way down. I'll put one more in, and you can get the gist of it. So this one will go right in the middle. Here you go. So you can see what we're doing. And you're just going to keep moving like this. I'm working right down clockwise all the way around, and you'll meet back at the middle again. Okay, so we're back, and now I've completed about half of the wreath, maybe a little bit more than half, but you can see I'm working back around, getting back to where I started. So I'm going to take another piece. Now this one's a little bit nice and full. Stick it right there in the middle. Take another one, come to the side. Get another one broken off. Come right in the side there. Now on this side, we can put another one. And we'll work right back in the middle. So they're not quite standing upright. They got a slight tilt to them away from you. So there you go. And I'm going to just keep working, and eventually I'm going to get right back to the end here, and I'll have a nice wreath. Now when you're done, if you find that it's a little not perfectly symmetrical, you can take a pair of scissors and just tip the little points. If that circle isn't just the way you want it, just lightly trim it off. And the same with the outside. You can just do a little bit of trimming if you need to. Okay, so I've completed this wreath, and I've already taken the scissors and kind of touched up a few spots that were kind of not quite the way I liked it. So a good thing to do is take the loop, and if you've got a place you can hang it, well, hang it on your door if you want to, but a place where you can hang it and then take a look at it. Make sure it looks, that you're happy with the shape. And if you're not, then just, again, take a few little pieces off with your scissors. What I'm going to show you now is how to attach the bow. So you've all been provided with a bow. It's either holiday red, burgundy, or white, I believe, or off-white. But this bow has two long wires at the back of it. So decide now whether you're going to go top, bottom, you know, side. I like them on the top, so I'm going to put this right on the top, and I know that that's right where my loop is. So what I'll do is I'll just lean it against me, spread your wires apart like this. Let's get that tail down there. Spread them apart like this, and then just come right into where you want to put that. I want to put it dead center with the tails down, and then I work that top wire, work it in between your pieces of boxwood. No one's going to see this, so you can really kind of crush the boxwood a little bit. And then bring the back wire, the underside wire around to the back. It's going to meet the top wire, and just kind of give them a nice tight twist. Let's see. There we go. That kind of secures it now to your ring. Perfect. There you go. And now you got your loop. So let's look at it. You know, if it looks like it needs to be a little touched up a little bit, you can lift it, tilt it, but how does that look, Josh? Okay?
Looks good to me.
Good. So you're done, and now you can just hang it. The idea with the sphagnum moss wrapped into the ring with the plastic is this moisture that's inside there will keep these boxwood tips nice and fresh for at least a good month or two, especially if it's on the east or north side of your house. If it's in the baking sun on the south side of your house, if it faces the sun, it's going to help. It's going to help having that moisture in the ring to distribute out into the branches of the little boxwood tips. But thanks again for participating in our kit workshop this year. We miss being in the greenhouse, but we'll hopefully see you next year in the greenhouse so we can do these together. But have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for being a loyal customer of Evergreen.